Also, 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. But I appreciate that I got people who are engaging with my content and hold me accountable. So that's nothing. I'm not mad about that at all. But yeah, what's it called? Just getting on here, just getting on live. Not much going on today, but I'm not gonna keep the people waiting. So yeah. Anyway, freaking. Let me log down, I guess. I wanted my hat. I thought this was calling on me again. Oh man, that turkey. Yo, what's up, Connor? Let's go. Freaking. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna get into. Just gonna hang out, chill and stuff. Got some new swag, so I guess we'll just sport the new swag. Get my hat on because I was wearing my hat earlier. It's freaking hot as balls. Over here in La Tejas. Oh, ooh. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's kind of like seeing what's going on. Freaking. But yeah, I don't know what you're getting into right now, but just gonna hang out and stuff. Had a turkey. Was it cranberry pecan turkey salad sandwich, and that was awesome. But it's kind of made my stomach hurt, so I don't know. I got tummy issues. Ugh. Virgo things, you know. You don't want to have tummy issues. Don't be a Virgo. Something like that. Something to that effect. What's up? My favorite. No. I ended up kind of just going into a deep dive of like a bunch of ones. Yeah, I've been to way too many. I've been to way too many to pick. I guess mathematical. We'll just say mathematical Area 512 event, just to bury the hatchet on that. It wasn't anything special necessarily. Not that it wasn't special. I would say that it wasn't like it was a particular artist. It was just that specific concert, that event. I had some of the best time, met some really cool people, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Freaking. What's it called? Let me lower this. Very good. Stag attack on that. Shib. What's up here? I have to what? Eat soon though. I'll probably be on for like 20 more minutes. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you gotta get into. I mean, I didn't have too much plans for the live stream. I could do some Legos. But I don't know. Trying to think. Oh, I guess I could talk about the Woodstock '99, the documentary. I was watching that earlier. Speaking of concerts, if you don't know anything about Woodstock, what happened? He's over there. He's over there in the corner. Mean mugging. Stormy, the people are asking for you, bud. Yeah, he's over there. He gets in his little corner. Just kind of balls out. Maybe if I get him a treat or something, he'll come over here. Stormy, they're asking for you, pal. Oh, he did a loving yawn. Usually, I don't know if you know if cats when they yawn, they that's how they show affection. Yawning, slow blinking, and like rubbing. So yeah, he says love and peace, peace and love. If he met you in person, he'd probably cuddle you because he's an affectionate boy. He's friendly. He's a friendly dude. He loves people. He's an Aquarius, so you know Aquarius things. You know cats. Cats be like that. What's your cat's name? What's your cat's name? Oh, her name. Her name. Oh, Bella. Nice. Is that like a reference to like Twilight or anything? Have you ever seen Twilight? I'm just kidding. I don't know if you watch Twilight or not. How old is your cat? Oh, you don't know. Oh, okay. Was she like a gift or something, or did you pick her up off the street or something? 3.5 in human years. Okay, wait. What? Yeah, 3 years. Okay. Cats go hard, bruh. Gotta have a cat around. They're good for emotional intelligence. For sure, for sure. Um, gosh. But yeah, Trainwreck, or the documentary's called Trainwreck. But honest to God, I wouldn't ever go back in time for anything. There's not really a lot for me to go back to. If anything, I would probably go to the future. I feel like I would love to see what's going on years ahead versus like, stuff that's already happened. But yeah, no, definitely would travel back in time to uh to Woodstock '99. Yeah, Woodstock '99 sound it's it sounds like a time I don't know. I really want to see Limp Bizkit in that moment, that specific time. Gosh, they put on a show. Korn put on a show. The only thing I wouldn't be too too keen on is the bathroom situation. At the time, they apparently, I feel like Woodstock had this like element of kind of do it yourself type of thing. It was like a person. Yeah, it was kind of like a DIY type of situation. Like the community got together and put together a festival. It wasn't like something that was like corporate, man-made type of thing, or not man-made, I would say, but like it wasn't like a corporate thing. It was like a community type of situation. And I feel like Woodstock '99 was trying to dip its feet in both worlds, kind of trying to be corporate and community, but it really I think they didn't plan it quite right in the sense that, they wanted to have that balance, but they just didn't know where, and it ended up being a lot of budget cuts and like lack of security and things. Yeah. Okay, no worries, no worries. Um, but yeah, at that point, freaking watch it. Yeah, just keep sending them through. They'll pop through. I'll respond to them. Um, but yeah, at some point, I don't know. I mean, it just, I don't know. I just like that they had like that rave situation going on, and of course, some of the main acts. I probably wouldn't have made it to Sunday though. At one point, the porta potty runoff had like yeah, there was runoff from the porta potties that mixed in with some of the free water stations that had got busted into. It mixed together, and people were like swimming around in fucking dookie water at one point, which was not fun to watch because that's nasty as hell. Some kid, some kid had was drinking from the free water fountains. It was interesting. If you want to check out the documentary, I would say it's a if you have Netflix, it's a Trainwreck 99. Yeah, Trainwreck 99. I think is what it's called. It's on Netflix. It's a pretty good documentary. And have you ever seen Project X by chance? It kind of reminded me of like if Project X is based off of a real situation. Yeah, check it out. But I don't mean to press. How old are you, by the way? Because if you're not like, if you're under like 15, I probably wouldn't recommend watching it. There's a lot of nudity in that documentary. Is the only thing. So as long as you're not like 13 or something, you can watch it. I would say anything under 15 is probably. I don't want you to get like in trouble or nothing. 17? Perfect. Okay, yeah. Definitely give it a watch. Project X is also a good one. I don't know if you, I mean they're both kind of like one's a documentary, one's like a comedy adventure movie. So it's not boring. I'll tell you this. I don't know what you're into as far as movies go, but they're definitely not boring uh, pieces of media for sure. Yeah. I don't know if I can't promise that you'll like be in love with it afterward, but I will tell you that you will be entertained for like at least an hour. They're they're super immersive, and some of my favorite. Yeah, I give you that. Some of my favorite movies, some of my favorite documentaries. Another good documentary is "Don't Fuck with Cats." "Don't Fuck with Cats" is a good one, but I don't know if you're like into scary ones, and it's kind of uh, he's probably staring at me. That one's kind of dark, especially if you're a cat lover. So maybe not, but I don't know. Night Stalker is also a good one if you're in like murder documentaries. I'm just watching this one called Exhibition Happiness, which is kind of cool. It's like this couple who's like traveling across Canada. What is it? Those sickos, yeah. I know. Um, yeah, but the main point from that documentary was that if you do mess with cats in any way, like on the internet, people are gonna like start a frenzy and come and find you, and they did. They ended. I'm not to spoil it, but yeah, they end up handling business on somebody who was like an actual murderer. But that's a good one too. Just trying to get into documentaries. TV shows. If I want to get into that, yeah. Some of my favorite TV shows. Gosh, well, I do have those. Yeah, between mathematical and maybe this, when I went to go see Friction and Wilkinson, were probably top tier. Yes, exactly that guy, the Luca Mignata guy. I don't know this how to pronounce his name, but it's, yeah, Luca Mignata, some kid who was like posting pictures of himself and like made all these articles. hmm That's the one. I think that document went viral like a hot minute there, so it might not actually be. But that was a good one. Yeah. Shoot. Here's another interesting take. What was my least favorite documentary? Not documentary. My least favorite concert, because that's also on the spectrum of favorites. Because least favorite concert. Oh God, you know what? I'll give you this. There's the one of the native one of the second time around of native Austin. That one, like I said, I think I was talking about it yesterday. How some kids had snuck in meth into that, and I don't know if it was a bad batch, but it was some really strong stuff. Me and my date at the time both got. I don't know if we were. I don't know if we were overdosing or what, but we both just were off the rails. It was a rough night. She was like throwing up. I was throwing up. We were just like, our body temperatures were like, we were sitting in the tent just. She was naked. She could not handle the heat anymore. She was like from Michigan, so like being in Texas and O'Malley and in a tent in the woods, she wasn't having it. She was like stressing the fuck out. I was kind of stressed out, but I knew I was gonna be okay because I couldn't die. I I could have. Yeah, I could have died. I don't know if I would have. It would have happened, but I was just knowing. I was in the back of my mind. I was like, I can't just die. I have stuff to do. Like it was like a willpower to not die. And on top of that, here's the crazy shit. My ex at the time was there. She was also there. She she had actually, this is probably my karma, because she was sitting there. She had ran into me. Mind you, it wasn't like a normal ex. I got a meth recipe from ChatGPT and jailbreak it and got every answer. Oh my god. Don't make meth. Don't do meth. Meth Meth is one of those things where like it'll ruin your life for some reason. So just stay away from it. If you want to do like, honestly, if you really want that feeling of meth, speed, like you really, really have to have it, I would just say do like Adderall. Just do Adderall. Ritalin, something like that. It's not gonna ruin your life, but it definitely won't, you won't feel mellow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do it. I dare. I promise you, it's not gonna be fun when you're like just tweaked out and can't get off of it and stuff. It's not. That's not the way to do it, my guy. I would stick to, if you're gonna do fun, if you're gonna do drugs and all that stuff, stick to the fun ones that aren't life ruining, and they're not even like that bad. In fact, they're actually making their way into like pharmaceutical world. Like people are starting to figure out that they're not even that bad, and they might have some like medicinal purposes, like weed, of course, shrooms, like mushrooms, and like MDMA, like Molly and stuff. Those are those. Everyone's kind of starting to see those as less hectic. Nah, marijuana's not legal in Texas. It's not. But I'm just saying that like if you're somewhere where it's not. Oh, you're in Canada. Isn't it legal in Canada? It is, right? Yeah. In Canada, y'all live your best life. It's starting to like creep in. Like we have like, I think there's like medicinal bouts of it here in Texas. You can get it medicinally, but you have to have like they're strict about it. I know that we decriminalized it. You can have like, I think, a gram or less on you and not get in trouble. That just happened like in the last couple of years. Yeah, get it. I wish I was in Canada. That's awesome. Have you ever been to Shambhala? Shambhala is in Canada. I don't know if you go to take raves or festivals or anything, but that's a really cool festival that you should definitely check out if you have the time, if you're close to it. I don't know where exactly it is, but freaking, I really want to go to that festival. The only one I've been to Euphoria, Freaky Deaky, Illfest. That's about it, right? Euphoria, because Carson Creek. Yeah. But yeah, I was saying, so I was at Native, me and my date were both tweaking out in the tent, and my ex, she wasn't just like a normal ex, it wasn't we were kind of, we were on and off. We're still kind of on and off to this day. Um, so she was there, and we were in our off mode, but like she knew we were going to be back on at some point, so all of this was kind of happening in between that, and she was having a good time, but she was definitely trying to make it she was making like a real big issue. Not a big issue. She made a big issue, but she was she was basically like, what is the taking notes, or like um keeping score, if anything. Yeah, she was keeping score, and she ended up stopping by. We were my little campsite just to, I don't know, I guess maybe make sure we weren't hurt or something. But she looked dope that night. Like, not like necessarily she didn't look sexy or anything, but she just looked cool. She had like some weird hat on, and like her outfit was cool. I don't know. It was really one of those moments. I was like, damn, I'm in a tough spot. Something's going on next door. Shh, hold on. My neighbors are freaking out right now. I'm scared. Hold on. Shh. What is happening? You too, man. Take care. Right now it is 7:30, probably. It's probably like 7:30, I would say. 7:30. Dirty 30, I think. I haven't checked like the actual time. Let me see. Yeah, okay, no, it's 7:46. Um, but yeah, I don't know what she was talking about when she was in that tent. She just looked so disappointed when she was in that tent. I was like, I mean, she should have just fucking kept it pushing. Like, I don't know. She gave a fuck and continues to give a fuck, and yeah, that's why I'm probably gonna put a ring on it or something. When we finally get out of our on and off phase, I'm locking it down. But that's not here nor there. That was probably, another scary concert. It was also, this was when we were in our on phase. That was funny. I have a lot of memories with her and my cousin Tina. I won't name names because I don't want to put her on blast. Not my situation, my situationship. But her and Tina are like the people that we went through the cut and back But yeah, so another concert that's not my favorite, and mind you, none of these concerts really have anything to do with um like like every concert I've ever been to, artists were great. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's you see, it's coming in kind of like fast. I don't know if it's coming in on your side fast, but it's not taking too long. I won't get confused. I'll keep track. Um, just if you need to clarify something, just let me know. Uh, but yeah, freaking. Sorry, I'm like one of these people, so I'll just keep going if you let me. I will ramble on. Um, what was I saying? But yeah, another concert that, like I said, every concert I've been to, venue was awesome. The act was awesome. Like all the artists put on amazing shows. Crowd was cool. There's always been amazing crowd. It's just like there's some circumstantial situations. Hell yeah. Uh, there's been some circumstantial situations like running into exes. A lot of times it's just really just running into exes. The other concert that happened to me and homegirl were on. We were in our on phase. Well, kind of. I don't know what that was. We were talking. I'll just put it that we were talking and hanging out. Um, but yeah, we went to this show, Balancing Composure. Like Balancing Composure, Sea Haven, and like another artist. I forgot what they were called. Creepoid. Creepoid. I don't know how I remember it, but yeah. So we were at that concert together. It was like me, her, Tina, our friend Dante, and the girl that I had took into that other show. We had broken up, and then homegirl's ex was also at the show. So we had like two or three exes all there at the same time, and it was just it set a precedence for the concert. Let me just say that. Oh man, see you later, bud. Have a good night. Have a good supper. Have a good rest of your Saturday night, and live long and prosper, bud. See you on the next one. But yeah, freaking went to that concert. Balancing Composure, Creepboard. Whoo! Everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. But yeah, no. Once now Haley's little ex situation, that chick did damage. That's her name. Christ. Uh, we'll just call her. So I gotta whatever. I'll just name drop. I guess I won't tell you her last name or nothing. But yeah, her ex was there, and that ex was like a really big ex next to maybe even me. But I don't think I have the effect that that girl had on her. Like the way, like it's just not the same. Like for me, it's like I I genuinely showed like some kind of love, some kind of reciprocation. Like we have good memories. It wasn't just all bad. With that other chick, it was like an intense thing. Like she had like a 3 year just stint and like almost like a fear. There was like a phobia. It really messed with her head. So seeing her at that show was really weird, considering that chick had moved. That chick had moved out of Austin. That chick had taken off. There was no communication. It was just a weird moment. It was really weird. Even though some other stuff, I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on, but yeah. She was there, my ex was there. We were both just like the music was good, but it was such a specific tone that it was like it felt almost gut wrenching. The type of energy that was in there. That wasn't my most favorite. That was probably one of my least favorite ones. Um, ah. But yeah, good times either way. Good times. Poor kid, I didn't mean to make him wait. I had to go to supper. Well, damn. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Here comes the two to the tree to the four. On the dance floor. Yeah, that's my crazy stories. I don't know, I'm starting to like not have crazy stories as I'm getting older. Ooh, Capricorn things, you know. I have some crazy stories from my young days. Nowadays, I mean, it's probably for the best. Can't imagine trying to have a crazy story nowadays. Although technically I have some kind of, I don't know. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging you, don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I guess I could talk about more stories. Fuck it. I'm trying to think of some of the craziest stories. I mean, I don't know, because some of the craziest stories I have, I end up putting my cousin on blast. Or we'll just say one of my cousins. One of my cousins had a situation where one of their family members drove the car into the house that she was living in. I mean, it's not really a story. It's just something that happened. But I think it's one of the craziest things that's happened. That same family member also broke into that same house and stole everything in the house. Everything. And took off. My fucking bass got stolen and I never saw it again. So that was a crazy time in our life too. Oh man. If you want a reference to who Tina is, she's in one of my videos, in my Ruthless video, the one where it goes, tell me, how was your life as a youngster? Ruthless, my stylings, the juvenile, ran with the gang. Yeah, that's that video, that specific video. She's in that video, and she's the one like laughing. She's one of the people that's laughing. I guess more specifically, she's the one that says her butt crack is a string, or something like that, something to that effect. What other crazy stories do I have? Trying to think. What else happened? Without getting into some crazy stuff, because there's some information that I need to get off my chest. I don't know how to present it. It's kind of some crazy shit that I probably need to talk to some people about, because yeah. One day I'll probably tell them, but I don't know how to go about it. It's really fucked up. But that's not here nor there. I will have to address that later on to my wife, and who knows. Gosh. Apart from being crazy, living my crazy ass life, Jolene. Back to the sitting of the gay. I love sitting gay. Someone said something about sitting gay, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. But like, I can sit gay. I like sitting gay. It's like, I don't know. I think it's something you get when you have pretty privilege is you get to sit gay. But I just got pretty privilege, so if you want us to come at me about my pretty privilege, just know that I was fat all my like middle school years, middle school into like freshman sophomore year, chunky, goofy looking, even here recently. It's been real recently that I haven't been a little chunky. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still kind of. If you really want me to stand up and like deep dive into I haven't fully grown out of my like little baby fat stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna bask in my own pretty privilege for now until it runs out. Which, by the way, I have some specific genes that I probably am gonna get better looking as I get older, and that's just nature. That's just life. I don't know. Every time I see a streamer try to fart on camera, they always shit themselves. Every fucking time. I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to do. Like, just if you gotta hold it in, just hold it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a special type of person to be able to fart and not shit themselves, I guess. I don't know. What's wrong with these streamers, bro? I just farted and y'all didn't hear it. I didn't shit myself. So, Gavin won. Other streamers shit themselves. That's my brag. That's the only thing I'm gonna brag about. If anybody ever asks, and they're like, "Oh, can you compare yourself to so and so?" I'm like, you know what? On every other level, no. But shitting myself is very little. I shit myself maybe one time. It happened. It was really weird. It wasn't on camera, and I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I managed. But I know now, and also eating more fiber and like more protein has helped. You can't. I think I also had a stomach ache before, so yeah. Crazier stories. I'm trying to think. That's probably one of my crazier stories. I thought I did meth. I could have sworn it was meth, but I'm pretty sure it was just really strong Molly. I just feel bad getting into all the drugs that I've done. I don't do them anymore, you know. So if anything, this is like my recovery. This is just kind of getting off my chest. Like, I'm clean and sober now. Like, I'm pretty super sober now. You know, I barely smoke. That's because I got a lot of it out of the way. I still kind of smoke, but that's like, it's like a normal amount, something that's like, you know, if anybody asks, it's not an incriminating amount. It's just like, yeah. But if the cool kids asks, I'm a reefer head. Speaking of farts, though, my farts have smelled absolutely rancid lately, and I'm so sorry to admit that. Like, I hate to be so honest, but like they smell like trash can. Like, like when trash juice is like built up at the bottom of the trash can, like it smells like that. It smells just fucking like that. And I'm like, what is going on with my bowels, my butt toots? That's the craziest thing. Ooh, another highly recommended movie right now, especially because I think the only thing you should think about when it comes to an election year is the fact that they made a movie called The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis, and that's what you should be watching because it's an election year. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that matters. I mean, obviously, go vote and do your thing, but like, if we're gonna really be like, make it a cultural thing, that's the only thing that matters. Aside from like your rights and like what would affect your life, of course. But that's like a personal thing, Unless you like make it your personality or something. Like if you make politics your personality, then I can understand whatever. But like, yeah, if it's not a personality disorder, yeah, just go do your voting. Know who you're gonna vote for. Do your thing. Exercise your rights. But yeah, the only thing I really give a fuck about when it came to the election year is the fact that that movie is so perfectly timed for now. It is such a good movie to watch. Like, once again, this is not a family friendly channel. This is not a family friend. This isn't for kids. Like, I'm 28. I'm not even 25. Like, I'm older. I'm older than old. No kids should be watching this, in my opinion. And leave it to the adults. All the kiddos, go get it going. I'm here to talk about the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody caters to I don't know why, but like I feel like a lot of people cater to kids, in some aspect. In the sense that they hope that like kids will watch so they can get like clout and like more stuff. I mean, I guess not really. I don't know, everyone's obsessed with youth, and I'm just like, where did the adults go? Where do the adults get to go and have fun? Who's riding for the adults? And it's like, I'll do it. I'm gonna. We need a safe space for. We need like bartender, like vibes. After dark, Adult Swim. Yeah, I'm Adult Swim. All right, Cartoon Network is was like something else. You want to watch a Cartoon Network streamer? I don't even know this Cartoon Network streamer. Some of the streamers that are online who know kids actively watch them and are so not for kids. It's really weird. Like, kids should be watching like Nickelodeon, like Disney Channel, and like keep it that way. Like, I'm talking about like 15 and under. Obviously, if you're like 16, Adult Swim and like all that stuff. Once you get to like 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, like obviously rated R movies, it's like it's a little bit different. But I'm talking about like from like 10-year-olds to like 14-year-olds. People get it. People really don't care. They don't care that those kids are watching. And they be doing the fucking gnarliest shit, dude. They be doing some gnarly shit. And they're like, nah, yeah, I'm gonna they act like they cater to adults and then they really feed into like the immaturity of like 10-year-olds. And it's like, whoa. Blurring the line there, bud. You're blurring the line there. I'm creating that line hard with like a marker. Get the fuck on. Because I don't know. Not only do I just I can there's like a part of me that can be a role model. Like, I can definitely do it. But at the same token, like, if you ask me, I got some convictions, and there's definitely some things that if you are 10, 11 years old, 12 years old, there's some things I got some words for you, but I don't necessarily, you don't have to watch my channel for it. You know what I'm saying? And I think if a bystander child ends up seeing this, they should understand, like, hey, you're not watching, this wasn't meant for you. You're just here. No. You're just kind of just here. You should be doing something that's more catered to your age. Because this is gonna be way too much for you. You know what I'm saying? Where are your parents? If you're not chaperoned, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. Like, I can't imagine. I don't have kids, so I don't know, like, how to deal with that. I wouldn't want my kids watching. Like, I have some ideas. If you're like a straight A student and you're doing all your chores and you're like, you know, following the rules and you're being just the best version of yourself, then fine, I guess. Obviously, it's not affecting you, but like if you're not excelling in every way, shape, or form, you should probably just kind of just stay in your like little kid world lane, because this is like the easiest time in your life, you know. And I feel like trying to expose yourself to adult stuff is gonna kind of mess with that, you know. Obviously, if there's like adult shit happening in your life, then I don't know. I can't really speak on that. I've had that situation in my own life, and I honestly just craved structure. I really just wanted structure. So if you're going through shit that's adult shit, I would just try to gravitate to as much structure as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Just try to find it. Try to stay in your kid world as much as you can, you know? And try to just continue to do the best that you can and be the best version of yourself, you know? Because, yeah, you want to go into adulthood strong and with like a healthy mindset and a positive outlook on stuff. If you're like that random 10-year-old who pops in. But yeah, I really want to cater to the 21 and older people, 18 and older, 15 and older, whatever. I saw some 17-year-olds on here. That's fine. Rated R, I'm cool with that. I mean, I don't have like a lot going on. I'm just gonna be talking about. There's gonna be topics that are like talked about that are, if you don't really understand, they're really just not gonna have too much meaning for you. You know, it's not really gonna resonate, or it shouldn't. You know, but like I said, if it does resonate, good grief, go find structure and counseling. And, you know, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. But back to the non-mentory type shit. Crazy stories. I mean, freaking, there were times where like me and Tina were staying at her dad's girlfriend's house. This was a specific time. There was one specific time we were there, and I don't know what was happening, but we were just chilling. It was just me and her at that place, and for some reason, like, all the lights went out, and we were banging the back door. Like, we could have sworn someone was breaking in. Like, someone had to have been breaking in. We don't know what the hell was happening. Either it was someone breaking in or it was ghosts. And her house was specifically haunted, so it could have been fucking ghosts, and we would never know. I'm gonna call her later today and find the fuck out. We have to come to some agreement on what happened that night, because we have no idea. When we got back, the back door was fucking open, and I mean, nothing was messed with, but the back door was open, and we had left. We had like ran out the door, and we booked it because we didn't know what the hell was going on. Okay. We were in that house, and we weren't even at home. We were in San Antonio. Like, me and her had lived in Round Rock at the time, but we were in San Antonio because we had gone there every weekend. It was like our thing. Well, more specifically her thing, but I was just hanging out with her. So I was in her world, hanging out at her dad's girlfriend's house at the time, and then that happened, and it was so scary and bizarre because we had to have been like 11 or 12, just home alone, and someone was breaking in, or ghosts were trying to possess us, or the poltergeist fucking ozone layer had opened up in the house. There was a freaking I don't know what you call it. Some kind of portal had opened up. But yeah. We got back door was open, lights were still off. We had made an emergency call to her dad. And no one, I mean, it was bizarre. It was really scary. And to this day, I don't know what happened. To this day, I can't tell you what was going on. And that was one of the scary moments. That's one of the scary stories. What other crazy stories do I have? Gosh. Aside from almost drowning every time I ever went to Schlitterbahn. The other time I almost drowned at the new Braunfels. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, but I don't. The problem is that I would pretend to drown. I would pretend to drown. I would be like sitting there like, oh, you're just being dramatic, and then I would actually drown. And I would start drowning, and it was like, I did this to myself, because you're just sitting there 10 years, 9 years old, 10 years old, just kind of in the water. There's not much going on, so you're like, I'm gonna be exciting and just pretend, and then it becomes real, and you're like, wow, this was my own fault. What other scary shit happened? Not other scary shit, but I'm trying to think of some other crazy stories. Because they're in there and they're in the vault. The only reason why I can't think of them is because I'm still kind of getting used to this whole platform stuff. And it has nothing to do with like being on the spot. Just I haven't. I don't know. I haven't talked about it like this. It's so public. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? There was the time me, Tina, and our friend Alejandra at the time were jumping out of our 2-story window onto the trampoline, high as balls. That was a fun night. The Paradise Ridge house. Yes, Paradise Ridge. There's a lot of memories there. Okay, now I got some stories. Because that's a specific house. Oh man. Yeah, so we were jumping out the window. We were, because I had started smoking at like 14, I think. That's a fun story too. I'll have to talk about that. But yeah, the 14-year-old me and Tina all kind of discovered weed at the same time, and it was cool. I'd gotten really, really stoned, but I don't know if it was the weed or we were just bored or what, but we decided to jump out the 2-story window onto the trampoline, and we had put a bunch of pillows out there. Tina did it gracefully because our uncle that's another story. There's more stories from my younger days too. But yeah, he jumped out of his 2-story window. I don't know if Tina was actually there when he did that, but yeah, she was following suit. And for some reason, me and Alejandra, I'm so sure that the only reason why I did that was because I was stoned. I couldn't do that sober. I don't know how the hell I would have ever did that sober. Because that's sitting on the edge of the window, like, hurt my butt. That's all I can think about right now, is that pain would have gotten me into the wrong headspace, and I wouldn't have jumped off. It's little things like that that prevent me from doing things, like super, super vicarious things. But it doesn't matter, because I grew the balls and I managed to jump out that fucking window. our friend, yeah, Alejandra decided to do it with no pants on. I don't know why she didn't do it with no pants. It was whatever. The only reason why I'm mad about it is because she didn't let me. Her not wearing pants prevented me from filming our one of our coolest moments ever. And I was so just like, why can't you just do this with fucking pants on? Like, why? And if you're gonna not do it with pants on, let me film at least. Like, just you gotta have one or the other. Like, I need to be able to film this. Like, there's no fucking way I'm not gonna film this. But no, nonetheless, she wouldn't let me. She took her fucking pants off and jumped, fucking chonies and all. It's just like, ugh. I needed that footage. I needed it. I needed it. I got a little bit of footage, but I had to do my best not to get her 15-year-old, 16-year-old butt on the camera because that's not right. You can't. I wasn't gonna film her with no pants on, obviously, but I had to get that footage. It's so blurry too. Every time I try to rewatch that footage, you can't see shit. You just can't see shit. She was like knocking the camera out of my hand. I was like, dude, I'm getting everything but your cheeks. Like, just relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you not understand that I'm just trying to film us jumping out of a 2-story window? Like, who does this on a normal? It was like a weeknight too. I'm pretty sure it was a weeknight. I can't remember. There might have been a weekend. I don't know. Man, so many stories are floating from the Paradise Ridge house. Oh, it's so weird. I feel like I'm like in that house. My grandma had a suburban 2-story house at one point. And yeah, everybody's always there. All the cousins were always there. Oh, great story here. Here's a good one. So, back in when was that? Oh, I want to say 2014. It could be 2013. I don't remember when it was exactly. I was really skinny. I just knew I was really, really skinny. So I don't know. Maybe 2014. Because it must have been 2013. It had to have been the summer of 2013 because I hadn't started dating, what's her face? We hadn't started dating yet. And me and Homegirl were on and off. Anyway, so me, Tina, and she had a boyfriend at the time named Zach. So we had a bunch of friends. It was like me, Tina, her boyfriend Zach, Dante, Jackie. We were all at this party. It was pretty deep into like our our I don't want to say junkie phase because we weren't necessarily junkies. Like it wasn't like a heroin phase, but we were definitely in our party drug phase. You know what I'm saying? We were going to raves, parties, anything we could do. Oh my god. No. Okay, some crazy stories are popping up in my head now. But yeah, so we were at this party and we had everything on us. We had a lot of stuff on us. We had like, I think Zach had coke on him at the time. He had like cocaine. I had Molly. Jackie had like ecstasy. We had all this different types of stuff, like just a lot of stuff on us, right? And everybody's having a good time. There was an inside area, there was a back outside area. Everybody's getting crunk, just doing their thing. With Sam. Sam was also there. Freaking Dante's ex. Well, I think he was dating her at the time. Anyways, it gets all lost in translation. I got some stories from high school too I gotta talk about too. But yeah, so we're at this party, having a good time, everybody's taking pictures, and like an hour into the party, the cops get called, right? Cops get called. No one really knows how the hell that happened. The party wasn't loud. It wasn't like an intense party. Like nothing was going on in the party that was like warranted the cops being there. Like, everybody was just so chill. Like, it was borderline kickback. Like, it really wasn't that big of a deal. There was just kind of a lot of people there. But what had turned out was the mom of the person who threw the party was at the house for some reason. Like, she was upstairs just chilling, and yeah, she called the cops on her own house party, on her own kid's house party, I guess. Never go to a house party in Round Rock. It always gets busted or bunk or something. Although I have another story about another party I went to that was kind of cool. But yeah, so the cops get called. Everybody ducks. Me, Tina, Dante, Jackie were all hiding in the laundry room with like so much stuff, so much incriminating substances. We were all for sure thought we were gonna go to fucking jail. We were like convinced we were gonna go to jail. Everybody dumped their shit into like the laundromat or the laundry room. Like, we dumped everything. No one held anything anymore. We were like afraid as hell, and we were just sitting in that laundry room. Problem is that we're still sitting in the laundry room with everything on, like in that room. Like, it could have been very clear who was in there with that. So we were sitting there for like 30 minutes, just sitting ducks, and then we hear everything die down. You know, we stopped seeing flashlights, blah blah, blah, and everyone thought it was clear, so everyone started jumping the fence, right? Everybody started jumping the fence. Everybody, the second, because once we got out, a bunch of other people from the garage got out, and everybody started jumping the fence. They went out the back door, started jumping the fence. Like I said, remember how I was telling you about the window thing, how the ass? All I could think about was how bad it was going to hurt jumping over that fence. So I couldn't jump the fence. And I was dumb. I was really dumb. I didn't get arrested or anything, luckily. The cop was just yelling at me with the flashlight, like, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out, and just freaking me out. So I went out there, I went back through the house, and then there was a cop out front who was also telling me to get the fuck out of there. And so I was leaving the house, trying to figure out how the hell I was getting away, and was like, I was so scared from like, I don't think I'd eaten that day. I was hopped up on whatever the hell I'd taken. Really was just surviving off of cigarettes and MDMA. And so I'm walking. I was like dry heaving on the way out. Like, I was like walking and dry heaving because I was like violently scared. I'd never been so scared in my life. So I was like, this is like the second time I've risked my freedom over me trying to have a good time. So yeah. Ended up leaving that way. It was a freaky time. But yeah, I got away, luckily. Dante and Sam and Jordan picked me up, and I don't know, I guess they jumped the fence. I don't know how the hell they got out too, but they managed to get out, and we just drove away. Tina called me and was like, where are you? And I was like, I managed to get away, and I'm with Dante, and everything's okay. And she's like, oh shit, okay, good. We're gonna go pick you up, blah blah blah. And yeah, but it was pretty sketchy. That was a sketchy night. Yeah, from like 15 to 17, I was dead set on going to every party, doing every psychedelic on the planet, because it was what up, dude? Yo, just talking about the parties that I went to when I was younger and stuff. Because like I was saying, from 15 to 17, I felt the fleetingness of my youth, and I was right. I can't imagine doing drugs now. I'm like an adult now, and I have responsibilities, and I'm really glad I got. I'm really glad I got it out of my system, because yeah. The other party that I went to in Round Rock, I don't know what the hell, how I got there. I can't remember how I got there, actually. Truthfully, I don't know how I got there. I just knew that the walk back was long. But I'll get into that later because I kind of want to talk about the first time I ever drank at a party. The first party I ever went to um, was also in Round Rock. It was just like a kickback. It's a funny one because the people that were there, the people that were at that party, were like people that I went to kindergarten with. So it was really freaking weird to see them like smoking and drinking and like being a teenager when I had seen them like, you know, we had learned ABCs together, and like these kids couldn't even sit through class without yakking, you know. Uh, they were always doing picking their nose and stuff. To see them be like a teenager, to see them be a teenager and like do cool stuff was just, it was so funny. It was so funny. But yeah, so we went to this little party. It was in this dirt road off of like the train tracks, off of Redbud. It's like a street in Round Rock, and it's like this really dirt road that you it was like between the train track. It was really tough to see. Like if you're going down Redbud, you wouldn't be able to see the road right away. You'd have to like quickly know what you're doing. But yeah, so we went down that road, and I don't know who threw the party at all. I can't recall. Tina knew them. Tina and Nikki. It was me, Tina, and Nikki. And we're at this party. I had told Tina that I was like, as soon as you can invite me to a party, take me with you. What's up? What does it say? ABCs to drinking. Exactly, dude. It was so funny. It was pretty bizarre. But yeah. So we show up to this party. I don't know who's throwing the party, but I just knew, I was like, Tina, you gotta take me to a party. As soon as you have like an open invitation and like a +1, take me with you. I have to go. So she tried her best. I knew she went to some parties in like middle school years, but middle school is so exclusive. You know, you can't really, you really got to know the know, be in the know to go to parties in middle school, especially with like the cool kids. But in high school, it was just like the thing to do. You know, no one, no one. We're just there. You know, we're about to turn into adults. Like it's all it's no hold bar at that point. So I'm at this party. You know, everybody's drinking, having a good time. I see this as my moment. I see this as an opportunity. I see this as my moment. This is my moment. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live and have fun, and no one's gonna stop me. So I start drinking a bunch of beers, and I'm taking shots. Mind you, I think I've drank, at this point, I think I'd taken like 5 sips of beer my whole life. I don't know why. I thought I had a tolerance already at like 15, first party. Have never really drinking or drunk anything. I smoked a little bit of weed, but that was about it. But it doesn't matter. I'm at this party and I'm full on rage. I'm full on raging. No one's gonna stop me. I'm having a good time. Fast forward 30 minutes later, everything hits me all at once. I'm on like my 3rd beer, and I don't know what to do. I'm standing outside. I'm like, I felt like I had become cognitive or something. Like I had entered my body in like a weird way. I felt like I had transcended and then dropped back down, and I was like spinning and felt nauseous. It was fun for like it was fun drinking. It was fun drinking and like being, you know, outgoing and extroverted and being like, yeah, we're here. I can party. And then 30 minutes later, I'm throwing up near the car, just projectile vomiting and dying. And, you know, really, really setting the precedence for the night, you know. Tina comes over, is freaking out. She's like, what the hell's happening? She's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. Probably not. So she didn't want to drink. At her oh yeah. No, yeah. I you could not tell teenager me anything. teenager me was another level of human being. Uh, I had no respect for authority, no respect for anything. I was on another planet as a teenager. So was my cousin. So we were like two partners in crime. You couldn't, it was one thing to not be able to tell me what to do. It was another thing we were together. Like we were, we were scary. We were a scary team. I mean, we didn't like start gangs or anything. It wasn't like we were violent, but we were just, you couldn't really tell us anything. We didn't take it much seriously, We had, we were kind of stubborn in whatever we wanted to do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being a teenager, having a strong personality and being a teenager is a weird mix, for sure. Um, so yeah, we did whatever we wanted, you know. We did whatever we wanted, and uh, no one really could tell us anything. Um, I I mean, nothing stopped me. I graduated from high school, did really well, got A's, B's, tested well. It wasn't like it super affected me. Um, that's just the kind of person I am, everyone probably expected us to do worse than we did, but yeah, Tina's the same way. She really successful, has her own house, has a kid, got married, and like has all this stuff. My parents. Ooh, good question. As a teenager, yes and no. My parents had gotten divorced when I was like 11. So me and my mom, my sister moved in with my grandma. So we were living with her for like 4 years, I think. No, longer than that. Because we moved in for sure when I was like 12 up until like 17, 18. We had lived with her at the suburban home, and then we lived with her when she moved into the other house, Ross Cove. Yeah. So same with Tina, like her parents were divorced and stuff, so our parents were kind of, they both had, her dad and her mom had her really young, and same with my parents, they had me really young, so they kind of got a lot of like the domesticated life, all at once out of the way, and then by the time, we're entering like our preteens, they had 10 years of long-term relationship and like family life, and because both of our dads had got really good jobs and got houses, were really trying to square away things, but this was all before they were like 30. So by the time that they were entering their 30s, they were just kind of burnt out, you know they were burnt out. My mom was burnt out. Her mom was burnt out. They were just kind of over, all that stuff. I feel like my mom actually went through like a mental crisis or something because she was never really home. It was really once me and my sister moved in with my grandma. It was, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Once we moved in with my grandma, uh, it was my mom was kind of doing her own thing. My dad was trying to take care of the house. But that was kind of running out. He was once my mom and like me and my sister left, he kind of got less motivated to keep up with the house and all that stuff. So he was kind of burnt out and ready to sell the place and just kind of do his own thing. Tina's dad kept his house, but Tina's mom ended up leaving, and like think Tina's parents ended up being like on and off. But it wasn't a lot of there wasn't much structure for Tina as well, because her dad keeping the house and keeping his busy schedule like created kind of a toxic environment between his relationship, which led to a lot of fighting in the home. So Tina was always kind of not wanting to be there, and yeah, so she was always me and her were always at my grandma's house and just kind of stirring up lay trouble, wherever we could find it. But yeah, so At that party, I had gotten super faded, drunk off my ass. Tina had to take us home. She was super sober. I don't know why she decided to stay sober. I mean, I guess she was the driver. She was, since she had already gotten her license, was driving already. I guess she figured that she would just be straight edge and kind of make friends and be kind of designated driver, because she was probably the first person in our friend group to have a car and a license. Province, bro? Good grief. Dude, I have no idea what happens in Canada. Oh my god. I'm scared. Vancouver? British Columbia? Those are like three. Province. What? I don't know what that means. Is that like a city? What is? Yeah, I'm on my phone. Oh God, province. Is that like? Okay, Quebec, maybe a state. Okay. Yeah. So, um, I already guessed the two. Quebec, maybe Quebec. Banff. Okay, I don't know, pal. I'm only familiar with like 5 places in Canada. I'm so sorry. I've only traveled so much. So I gotta study the world more, obviously, because I can't be traveling if I don't know much. But I'll get there. um, what other place in Canada do I know about? Toronto, maybe Toronto. Damn, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Where? What state? What province are you in? Have you ever been to Banff? Is that cool? Is that a good place? Ontario. Oh, that's another one. Okay, that's cool. Do you like it there? Have you like? Did you grow up in Ontario? Nice. That's what's up. Yeah, the documentary I'm watching, they were traveling through Canada, and one of the places they went to was Banff. Right now, because I turned it off before I got on here, they were headed up to Alaska. You did nice. Um, Never been to Canada, but I want to go. Like I said, I want to go to Shambhala because that's somewhere in Canada, but I don't know. Oh, I got a plan for that. What do you do for fun? British Columbia. Okay, bet. Um, what do you do for fun? Skiing. Nice. I haven't been skiing. Well, like, yeah, we're like a little bit in the kind of a different geography because Texas, I really can't ski here. Canada gets hot. Oh shit, that's good to know. I probably have to go during the hot days. Are y'all like right now? It's hot and stuff. Freaking yeah, it's hot as hell right now too. I sheesh. Are you in school? I know you said you were 17 and things. Are you back in school yet, or do you have like 35 Celsius? I don't know either. Yo, you know what 35 is? Stormy's gonna Google it. Okay, I'm gonna get my computer real quick. 35C. Hold on. No, I'll just use my computer. $35C. I'll check what that is. Oh, I just know look at my computer. Ouch. My thumb. Oh shit, it's at 8:40. Good grief. Many griefs later. $95. Yeah, it's pretty hot. Wonder what it was in Texas. Yeah, right now it's like almost late. It's late at night and it's 89 degrees. Freaking yeah, Texas is about to probably heat all the way up right now. Yeah, that's about as hot as it is over here. Yep, that is not. Yeah, I was definitely there. I have videos of that. I have footage from that time actually. It's somewhere on my channel. Uh, but yeah, Snowmageddon. Yeah, me, my mom, her boyfriend, all got snowed in for like a week. Might have been 2 weeks. No water, no. And Stormy was there too. Stormy lived through it as well. Freaking, um, we were stuck in the house for 2 weeks. No water, no electricity, barely any food. Or not really. I would say barely any food. Never mind. No, because freaking Driss kept that house stacked with food. But it didn't matter. All his fish died. -40. Oof. I don't know what that's like. I have no idea what that's like. I think ours dipped around -2. Let me see what it got down to. Winter storm warning. -10 is warm for y'all. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I gotta see what the let me see how cold was it. Yeah, it was -6 degrees. Yeah. Uh, no, hold on. Never mind. I take that back. It must have been like 2 or something. -2. I don't know what it was. Okay. Okay, Canadian baddie. Freaking flexing all us Texans. Yeah, no. It was like, I don't know how cold it was. I gotta find out. Hold on. Let me see. How cold was it? In Texas. Snow. Again. I want to tell me how cold it was. Okay, yeah. It's like -2. I think is what it's saying, but I'm not getting the right information or something, but yeah. No, not even. I don't know what the heck we have, but it was not. None of us, none of the. Ew, dude. What is on your butt? None of us were prepared. None of the infrastructures of the buildings that we lived in were prepared for the type of weather that was occurring. Oh, don't run away. You know, there's like fucking dookie streaks on your fucking tail. What's that? I'll have to clean that later because I don't know what's on you. Yeah, no insulation. uh, the problem is that it wasn't just like our insulation; it was also like the power grid. I think couldn't handle the cold weather or something. There's just a lot of stuff. They obviously prepared a little bit better this time. I'll try to stream tomorrow. I might just post some vlog footage. But we'll see. Yeah, let me get. Say bye. Say bye. Bye. Have a good weekend, pal. And I'll try to see if I get on tomorrow. Hell yeah. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Peaceages. Pimpages. The long boy. Later. Shib. That was a crazy night too. That freeze. All my mom's boyfriend at the time had fish, like exotic fish. Cheers. Like 2 big ass tanks full of exotic fish. Like I think each tank had like, I know the first tank had like 10. The other tank maybe had like 2 or 3. Gone. The freeze wiped them all out. It was rough. They're expensive fish too. I didn't have too terrible a time. It was the first time I'd seen like snow, like real snow. It was pretty nice, but being stuffed up in my room with no electricity, no internet was awful. Yeah. Oh, but anyways, I was talking about that freaking party. So, what's it called? After Tina and Nikki, well, yeah, because Tina had to get Nikki, and we had to leave. Tina's so funny. She was like, okay, we're gonna go home. We're gonna go home because I'm throwing up and I'm sick and I'm dying or whatever. But she was like, we're gonna go home. We're gonna go home, but we gotta go pick up Jasmine first. Jasmine lives like down south. She lives like we're Round Rock's up here. Jasmine lived like right here. You know what I'm saying? So we had to go all the way down to Jasmine's place, and then we had to come back up to Round Rock. And I'm so sick. I'm like throwing up out of the window. I was so sick. You know? I'm just barfing on the highway. It was pretty awful. But the only cool thing was that I had a crush on Nikki at the time, and having her take care of me was like the light of my life. It was awesome. But that's not the important part. The important part was once we got home. Oh yeah, no, just throwing up on the highway and then getting home, having Nikki take care of me and like make me soup and like check and see if I was okay was awesome. Another time that I got messed up was probably me, Tina. Who else threw a party? We threw a party at my house, or not my house, our grandma's house. There was two instances where we tried to throw a party. The first time was successful. We had a bunch of people over. We were chilling. There must have been like 10 or 15 people at that house. And we had drinks. Oh my god. There's no story about these fucking parties, dude. But yeah. Man. God, my teenage years were legitness. Man, I think so because you're like, oh my god, you partied so much. That's so wow. That's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do in high school was party. Party, have fun, meet girls, and drink. And I did that. And chase your dreams. Follow your dreams is all I gotta say. Just follow your dreams. Because not only do they come true, but they make you a better person. Going to those parties, doing what I wanted, made me a better person. I to this day will stand by that. But yeah, so went to what was that? What was I talking about? I got lost in the sauce. Yeah, so we threw a party. Uh, who else was there? Freaking all our homies was there. Oh shit. Oh shit. So we threw this party. Everybody was there. Uh, like a lot of people were there. We had like, gosh, I'm blanking on names because it's such a long time ago. Talked to a handful of people. Anyways, I'll think of their names later. It's like, I don't know why I'm blanking, but it's probably best to keep it unanimous for now until further notice, I guess. But yeah, so what time is it? Like an hour and 36. I'll probably log off in like 20 minutes or so. But yeah, so freaking everybody's at this party. We have all our friends. I mean, yeah. It was a good time. I remember giving like a handful of weed to one of my friends. They could go smoke. We had tequila. I took 8 double shots that night of tequila. Or yeah, I think it was either 8 or 16 double shots. I think it was 8. It had to have been 8. It was just a double shot, but it was 8 of them. So I ended up taking like 16 shots. Like we spent like 20 minutes with one of our friends. And don't ever do some shit like that. It was so disgusting. I got so sick. Almost immediately. Like 45 minutes into the party, I'm already in the bathroom, drunk off my mind, just throwing up and dying. My mom shows up, I think one of our friends broke one of the plant vases, and like she's getting mad. I think everyone went home at that point. I love doing this with ears. You want to get fucking eardrops in his ears? But we gotta take those ear hairs, grab them by the ear hair. um, but yeah, I forgot what else we were doing. There's so these. I need to. I'm gonna start talking about them more so that they refresh my head. Because when I talk about them, like with people, like, it's a totally different thing. But yeah, another great storyteller is my uncle. My uncle has some cool stories too. It's probably the main reason why I like having stories is because he tells great stories. Which he's also my godfather. So I don't know if people don't really take religion too seriously, but I think it's kind of cool. He's a really successful dude, and despite some of his faults, he's kind of a great role model in a lot of ways. Family oriented for the most part, successful, uh, good with ladies. I don't know. It's not a terrible role model, and yeah, I'm kind of proud to have him as my godfather now. You know, he took care of me a lot of times in my youth and stuff. Provided a lot. So yeah, I definitely hold him to a higher regard for sure. Mos Def, he's dope. Uh, I know my uncles are always like, "Who's your favorite?" But like, it's hard to. I don't want to pick. I can't pick a favorite uncle. It's crazy. I love them all the same. But yeah, no, technically he is my godfather, so that's yeah. As I get more and more religious and whatever, that's just something I think about. Uh, which is cool. Anyways, um, but yeah. So let's see. Let me get into another crazy story too. I feel like these stories are just so short. I'll get it. I have to like bring them up more for me to remember them and to like talk about them more because there's a lot of details that I'm leaving out. Uh, but I just kind of wanted to kind of get into the habit of talking about them more. Ooh, Stormy just looks so freaking cute. Everybody loves you, pal. Everybody loves you. Mm, you were so loved, so appreciated. But yeah, so what was I saying? Okay, I went home, got taken care of. It was awesome. Uh, Another crazy story was when me and Tina and Jasmine went to go pick up ganja from Tina's sister. Uh, we went to her place, and I think it was Tina's sister's friend who was hooking us up. And it was a pretty good night. Like, we were getting along with everyone, everyone was chill, we were taking care of business, locking down the ganja. And then I think we decided to go outside and like hang out in this like autumn. I don't know what it's called. It's like this. It's like I don't know what to call it, but it was like a line of like benches. So we're chilling out there. It was like me, Tina, Jasmine, one of Tina's sister's friends, and then this other guy. And we're all chilling. We're not doing too much. I think might have been smoking. The only thing was one of them was drinking. One of them was drinking something out of a cup. I mean, it didn't really matter to us because it was like this fucker could be drinking juice. Like, what does it matter, right? So they're doing something, either drinking juice or whatever, scissor. I don't know. Point is that cops roll up. Cops roll up, and we had already exchanged the money for the weed and everything. And this guy had hooked us up big time. I think he had gave us like 10 grams or something. It was like a big old bag like this full of weed. Just a lot of fucking weed, you know? And we're just chilling out there. We have our stuff. Like, I think we were waiting to get picked up, or Tina's sister was gonna do something. We were waiting to go home. And like I said, the cops show up and start harassing us. Everybody's getting interrogated. Of course, that one guy who was drinking what was alcohol in that cup gets, carded. And of course, he's not 21. He's like 18 or something. Definitely underage. Like, he's not of age to be drinking. He gets in trouble. I think he got arrested. I don't know what happened to his ass, but I know we weren't too far along his boat had we not played our card right. So I'm sitting there, this big ass bag of weed on my person, and this cop is just like, since everyone had bolted too. Like most of them took off, except for that one guy who got got in trouble, and then us because we couldn't leave. So the cop, I guess, once they had figured out that that kid had drinks on him, they had no reason to assume that we had anything for some reason. They decided not to check us. I had like an actual backpack with me, and they decided not to check us. All they did was sit there and like give us a talk. But they talked to us for like an hour and a half. And because they hadn't searched us, I had never paid attention more in my whole life. I was sitting there just like, just like making deep eye contact, for like an hour and a half with these cops. Because I was like, I cannot make one wrong move with this cop. I need to play my cards super right. Whatever, like instincts I have to make sure this cop doesn't check my bag, follow it to a T. Sitting there just freaking out because like I said, I have like 10 pounds, and this is before anything got criminalized. Like weed was a big no back in the day. At that juncture, weed was insane. You know what I'm saying? You could not fuck around with that shit. So I'm sitting there just freaking out, mentally freaking out, and hoping this cop doesn't get smart and try to check my bag. So for an hour and a half, I sat there and I listened and I act super interested. I don't even act. I'm pretty sure I had like really decided that, you know what, this cop is the most important person in this whole world. I need to give them my undivided attention. So she talks her ear off, gives us the biggest lecture in life about curfew, I think. I don't remember. And decides to let us leave. With my Joker backpack and pound full of weed, we managed to leave. That's probably the second scare. I couldn't even be scared. I had to fucking be really fucking confident. I had to be super confident that we were just there having a conversation with one underage drinker. At that point, she let us go, and my heart sank, and I was not a juvenile delinquent, which was crazy. So a lot of crazy shit has happened. Those are just like a handful of stories. I probably need to jot down everything that's happened in those moments because they were crazy. I had to call Tina because a lot of times she was there too, and she has to recall like a motherfucker. But yeah, I'm probably gonna take off. It's like 8:45 or 9:45 or something at this point. What time is it? It's like 9. It's 9:11, of course. So yeah, I will see you on the next one. Everyone who stopped by, thank you. Shouts out Connor. Hope I see you on the next stream. And yeah, have a wonderful Saturday night and a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week going forward. Peace.